So I'm Mike Prince, and in this space, I am one of the facilitators of the Extremely Conscious Retreat. So the goal of the retreat is to bring together some truly conscious men. And of course, everybody's coming for a different reason. Everybody's coming from a different walk of life. But it's really to get men to lean in. And by that I mean to really commit to want to elevate themselves. So it's not a bro weekend where we're having drinks and splashing in the water. This is a weekend to truly look inward at one another. And so, we've really tried to choose some men and men that have come forward that are ready to do just that. What we've looked at and tried to create is peak experiences, right? So some really nice food. We're going e-foiling, so we're challenging ourselves from a physical perspective. We have a hike with some things built into that. We're going to do some breath work, some meditation, some reflective activities. And with everything we have designed this weekend, there's purpose and intention behind it. And that's the neat part, is everybody have some inkling towards the activities, but there are going to be many surprises along the way in terms of why we're doing what we're doing and what messaging is going to come from that and the reflecting that's going to happen within it. For some of the reflective pieces, right, and the questions that Trev and I have created, absolutely, there's some resistance there. When we were having our meeting the other morning, putting the final pieces together, we thought of a piece, and immediately as I said, I was like, we have to do that. I said, we have to do that because I just thought of what I am going to share, and it makes me awkward, right? And that's the whole point of this, is for us to really dig deep and share our stories and share pieces of us that don't normally come to light and we may not share with others. But with the safe container we're creating here this weekend and the brotherhood and the ripple effect that'll happen from it, that's the magic that's going to arise. I'm very excited. I'm pumped. We have 10 committed men to want to change themselves this weekend. So it's pretty amazing, pretty special. We're just, and you know, we've been separated from each other for so long in terms of humanness over the last couple years that the community, just being in the same room and feeling that energy alone is special enough.
Today was pretty powerful. Today we started with a meditation this morning to really, again, ground everybody in the day. So it was very heartfelt and allowed everybody to really arrive at what we were doing today. And again, that's leaning into the process of inward looking. The highlight would be two-part. I mean, it was very special to go to Myra Canyon, and of course, we built in an exercise there where we were releasing our rocks, so ourselves included, right? Where we looked at our family, we looked at our finances, our business lives, our friendships and our relationships, and where we could maybe improve in those areas, and where we were carrying baggage as well, right? And so we filled our bags with rocks in those personal areas in our life, and then we released them together as brothers on the bridge and supporting one another and talked through that. So that was really special. But coming back, you know, to base camp here, it was really, really cool to get out on the e-foils as well. And we find any activity like that, of course, you're challenging yourself, it's new, but we all played. We played like kids. We laughed. You know, we laughed at each other, we laughed at ourselves, and we cheered each other on, and that's really unique to be adults and see people that are professionals and take themselves very seriously on a day-to-day to really ground themselves and just have some fun. So that to me was my true highlight, because we've done a lot of emotional things and gone deep, but to see everybody come to life in that atmosphere was really, really neat.
Spoke with Trev this morning, and I think looking back, even though we're just literally minutes away from it ending, there's not one thing we would have changed. And I can literally look at each individual that arrived this weekend and say that they are different men from when they arrived. You could watch the evolution over the weekend as they had the opportunity to reflect more, go through the experiences. And it was unique in the sense that some people found one piece really meaningful, while others really connected to another activity that we did. So I think what we put together really lended itself in different ways to the different awesome humans that were here. And I think as all the activities we put together, a lot of the men were ready to just jump right into them. But then Trev and I would stop them and say, you know, there's purpose behind this activity that we're doing. And we're going to jump into this activity with intention. And so prior to doing each piece,
That's why we would ground in a meditation, or we would ground in a reflection piece, so that when we went into the activity, they're really honing in on that and processing it during, because they're high achievers that were here. You know, they were even trying to look at the agenda and say, what's next? Okay, we're not on time. What are we doing next? I've been up since X, and it's, you know, we're here to challenge those men as well. As we say, call them up. And so when that arrived, it's simply like, it's unfolding exactly like it should be. And you need to surrender to what we've put together. And so it was neat to see, you know, even little things like that, those individuals would have to let their shoulders drop and be a part of the collective and the community that was here. People arrived with titles, you know, with their roles of who they are in their workplace. But at the end of the day, when we sat down in this room and the one downstairs and every activity that we did, we're only human. We're humans. Those titles don't matter here in this space. We're all facing a human experience together. And so we face the challenges, we face the hurt, we face the wins. But that was a big part of it, is, you know, there's no shielding yourself with whom you are here in this space. You know, we're arriving the real, the raw, the energy to work on ourselves as individuals. When we were putting the reflections together for this retreat, we kind of promised each other that this isn't just for them, it is for us. And so we went through each motion as well, reflecting in our journals too, answering the questions and leading to create that safe space, right? And so any of that inner work that was done, we absolutely are walking away with a new perspective on it as well. But, you know, there were certainly many discussions had on these topics with these other special humans, and lots came of it. And I think the important part is that what we did this weekend and what we learned from each other as individuals is only step one. And so the connections and the new networks, everything that was made, and the brotherhood and the support is what's gonna ripple out of this for a long time. And regardless of age, they're doing the work.
Yeah.
And some people never even do the work, whether they're 70, 75, 80, right? And that's the painful part, is that regardless of age, if you don't dive in and do that work, you know, you don't get to experience the magic that lies on the other side of it.